Hello friends and welcome you all back to the channel. Happy to see you all once again in another Arena of Valor video. So today's video is going to be the updated list on top 10 strongest warriors, and this is not an official list, I have to say. So just my personal opinion with the experience I have gained while playing. And I have given the links for the tutorials of the heroes, which includes the builds, arcana and enchantment. Do check it out if needed. So now without further ado, let's get right into the video. Opening up the list, at the number 10 spot we have Irie. Irie is one of the warrior assassins who can deal a lot of true damage and has a tremendous amount of lifesteal. Anyway, she is a little weak in the early games, but her mid and late game potential is pretty decent. With her infinite ability combos, she can reach the enemy carry and eliminate them. She is one of the favorite female warriors of all time. At the 9th spot we have Varus. Varus is also one of the warriors who is based on lifesteal. So whenever she goes low on HP, her lifesteal also increases. This makes her very hard to kill. Also, she has the abilities to chain control the enemies. She can build tanky and still can deal a lot of damage. If you are running with a low HP and a handful of shield, there is no use guys, because she can deal a lot of true damage with her ultimate, which deals high damage when you are low. She is one of the most underrated warriors of all time. Thus, she had been placed at the 9th spot in our list. Now coming to the 8th spot, we have Richter, who is mostly famous for being picked for almost all the lanes. Yes, he can be used as a DS laner, mid laner, support, jungler, also in AD lane too. He is one of the warriors who can deal all 3 types of damage. Also, he has a very good mobility and a rare passive of adapting to the environment. With this, he can harness some of the additional buffs too. So he is one of the heroes who is complicated to learn but easy to play. Once you master him, you can do anything with him. His ultimate is pretty unique too, which deals a decent amount of true damage to all the nearby enemies. Thus, he has grabbed the 8th spot in our list. Hopping on to the 7th spot, we have Anna, one of the most beautiful female characters in the game and many players' favorite. She is a warrior assassin who can one-shot any squishy hero even though she is built with 1 attack equipment and other defenses. So she is commonly known for her tapping type abilities, but should target the abilities to perform a perfect combo. In the late games, she can spam her abilities on and on because of the cooldown and availability. She is also best known for her control abilities, damage reduction and high burst damage. Thus, she has grabbed the 7th spot in our list. At the 6th spot, we have Zuka. Zuka is also a warrior assassin who is famous for his high area damage and decent mobility. He is a kind of warrior who can deal a decent damage in the early games and high burst damage in the late games. But he should be built with full attack damage, also he can be one-shotted too. So you have to be careful, you have to wait for the perfect time to engage. The ultimate with the flicker is one of the most common and famous combos of Zuka. If you are a player who likes to kill the enemies by ambushing and one-shotting them, then you can blindly go for Zuka and you will have fun. Opening up the top 5 spots, at the 5th spot we have Superman. One of the hardest heroes to play, but you will find him interesting to play. The strong warrior with a high crowd control. He is tanky compared to other warriors, but also he can deal a decent amount of damage. He has two modes, flight mode and normal mode. His flight mode offers additional damage and crowd control. He is also best for engaging team fights. If the enemy team has more CC heroes, then avoid him because you can't do much against that team. Thus, he has grabbed the 5th spot in our list. The 4th spot is occupied by the newest member to the AoV family, Yan. Yan is a warrior assassin who had got buffed recently. He is the hero with complicated abilities but with high damage. Once you learn him, he will be very easy to play. Like some of the heroes, he also can spam his abilities non-stop in the late games. But the only problem is he will drink a lot of mana for his abilities. Yan is commonly played in DS lane and in jungle, and he is very good in it. He has his own set of skills for damage, untargetability and damage reduction. Now he is one of the most picked heroes for practicing. Thus he is placed at the 4th spot in our list. Opening up the top 3 spots, at the 3rd spot we have Alain. Alain is one of the warriors who can deal all 3 types of damage and specially known for his high true damage. He is also a lifesteal based hero. Lower the HP, higher the lifesteal is. Basically hard to kill. He is very good against the low mobility heroes like Arthur, Omen and others. Alain's ultimate is unique, which can evaporate half of the enemy's HP if they are grouped. So basically his damage potential is high in team fights. Also, he is a good initiator. He is one of the most favorite heroes of most of the players in AoV. Coming to the 2nd place, we have Florentino, the most hardest hero in the game to play with. But if you master him, you are unstoppable. So due to the continuous nerfs, I am forced to place him at this spot. One of the most favorite heroes of all time with a great fan base. Florentino is a warrior assassin who can also deal true damage and has a decent lifesteal. His ultimate gives him immunity to all crowd control effects. Florentino can win against most of the heroes in a solo fight. So he is also deadly when he is in low HP. Thus he has grabbed the 2nd spot in our list. Many of you may have guessed by now, the number 1 spot goes to none other than Tachi. Tachi is a warrior who has a high true damage output, but his normal attack damage is less. He can be built tanky and still his damage output is overwhelming. So the single equipment is Fenrir's Tooth, so it can increase his damage a lot. He is good at initiating team fights, also he has a good sustain. He has healing effects which make him hard to kill when he is in low HP. Tachi lacks in crowd control but his damage can compensate it. With these awesome skill set, he has been placed at the number 1 spot in our list. That's all for today's video, friends. Actually, all the heroes are stronger than other in their own way. So tell me which heroes would you place in your list in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. and see you all in the next video. Until then, bye bye and have a great day, friends.
Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't